Good morning, everybody. Let's start by singing our hello song. Ready? Hello there, how are you? It's so nice to see you. We'll sing and be happy as we're all back together again. Buenos días, ¿cómo estás? Estoy alegre de verte. Cantamos y jugamos porque todos estamos aquí. Awesome job singing. Today, we are going to continue working with our song Tideo. We have two goals for today. The first, I can identify and name our new high note. What? There's a new note we're going to learn about today. And I can show the melodic contour of Tideo on my body. Remember when we've done melodic contour before when we sang our song Rocky Mountain? Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountain High. And we sang our song Bow wow wow, whose dog art thou? Little Tommy Tucker's dog, bow wow wow. We both showed the melodic contour of both those songs on our bodies. Today we've got a couple different things we're going to do in order to complete these goals. I'm going to show you a new sort of activity, a new game called Listen and Clap. It's a little hard, but I think you can do it. And then we're going to see if we can find the highest note in our song Tideo, which is our new note. Then we'll label it, then we'll figure out our melodic contour in our body, and then we will decode the melody. Ready? Let's get started. This is a new game called Listen and Clap. It's a little bit difficult, but I think you can do it. Here's how it works. I'm going to play some music, and the music has a steady beat, like we keep in our lap sometimes. And your job is to keep that beat in your feet. Then you're going to hear 4 notes. And you have to think, which of those 4 notes is the highest? After you hear them once, they're going to happen again. And your job is to clap on the highest note. So it's a lot happening. You got to keep the beat in your feet and listen for the highest note. When we do this activity, if you're having trouble doing both of those things, then keep your feet still and just worry about listening for the highest note and clapping when it repeats. I'm going to do it with you, so if you need help, you can also follow along. If you can do everything, do the beat and clap the highest note when it repeats. If you think you can only do one of those things, then just clap the highest note. That's fine too. Ready? Won't you please stand up, up, up? Here we go. sit down now. How did you do? Was that really easy, a little difficult, or really challenging? For me, it was probably about here. It was easy, but it wasn't up here. I still had to think really hard to keep track of things. No matter how you did, I'm still very proud of you. Let's put those skills to use again when we think about our song Tideo. I'm going to sing the song once. As I'm singing, I want you to listen and think, where's the highest note in this song? Then, when I repeat the song and I get that highest note, clap. This time I'm not going to help you, so you're all on your own. Figure out when is the highest note in this song. 1, 2, here I go. Past one window, Tideo. Past 2 windows, Tideo. Past 3 windows, Tideo. Jingle at the window, Tideo. Tideo, Tideo. Jingle at the window, Tideo. Tideo, Tideo. Jingle at the window, Tideo. Were you listening? Do you know when the highest note is? I'm going to sing again, and this time you clap when you hear the highest note in the song. 1, 2, here I go. Past one window, Tideo. Past 2 windows, Tideo. Past 3 windows, Tideo. Jingle at the window, Tideo. Tideo, Tideo. Jingle at the window, Tideo. Tideo, Tideo. Jingle at the window, Tideo. How'd you do? Did you find that highest notes? Let's talk about it. If I was clapping, I would have clapped at this part. Tideo, Tideo, jingle at the window, Tideo. Tideo, Tideo, jingle at the window, Tideo. Do you hear how high it gets there? Tideo. It's really high in my voice and your voice too when you sing. That note is actually above all of the other notes we've talked about so far. This song has do, re, mi, sol, la, which means it is do pentatonic, like our 2 songs, Rocky Mountain and Bow Wow Wow. But it has another note up top too. What note could it be? This note has a name you might recognize. This note we call high do. We call it high do because it's the same as do, but it's a different, what we call a different octave. So this is low do. This is high do. Listen again. This is low do. This is high do. So one is low, one is high, but they still sound sort of similar. That's because our notes repeat higher and lower. So if I went do, re, mi, sol, la, do, I can keep going. Do, re, mi, sol, la. And that gets a little higher for Mr. Potter, but I'm not going to do that anymore. But I can also go lower. Do, do, and I go la, lo, la, no, so, and back to do. So even though we have all these notes, they repeat either through our higher notes or our lower notes at either end of our scale. Remember, our scale is how we order those notes. So high do is familiar to us because it's like low do, like regular. We notice we make a difference because there's a little mark at the top, which means it's high do. Look at our note and see there's a little mark here. That means it's high do. When we go lower, we add a little mark at the bottom, like a comma. So our new note is high do. It's the same hand sign, it's just higher. So we've got low do here. Show me low do. This is low do. This is high do. Let's quickly do our scale from low do to high do. Ready? Ready, go. Do, re, mi, sol, la, do. Back down. Do, Awesome. Let's see if we can figure out where this note is in our song. We're going to look at the second half of Tideo, the part that goes, Tideo, Tideo, jingle out the window, Tideo, 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 jingle out the window, Tideo. And we're asking, how do we show the melodic contour of the second half of Tideo with our hand and then on our bodies? Let's start with our hand. Follow along. If you need help, I'll show you. Think about how the notes go high or low. Start about here, ready, sing. Tideo, Tideo, jingle at the window, Tideo, 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 jingle at the window, Tideo. How'd you do? Did you notice that the melodic contour of the first two lines is the same as the second two lines? The first two lines, the second two lines are exactly the same. Let's try again. Ready? Ready, sing. Tideo, Tideo, jingle at the window, Tideo, 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 jingle at the window, Tideo. Did you do better that time? Awesome. Let's see if we can put it on our bodies. Would you please stand up, up, up? This part of Tideo starts on our hips. Watch me, I'll show you. Ready, go, Tideo, Tideo, jingle at the window, Tideo, 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 jingle at the window, Tideo. Did you notice how I had a new body motion? Before our highest body motion was on our head, but this one I went straight up in the air. I even used my do hand sign to help show, because we know that's our high note. Watch again and do it with me. Start on your hips, ready, go. Tideo, Tideo, jingle at the window, Tideo, 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 jingle at the window, Tideo. Awesome. Did you even notice too how jingle at the window had lots of sounds? Remember last week we talked about how jingle at the is like a ticka-ticka. Jingle at the window. Remember? Jingle at the window. Awesome. Let's try one more time, and then we'll see if we can figure out all of the solfege notes, all of our do, re, mi, sol, la, and high do now that are in the song. Start again, and start thinking, what are the notes for these? Ready, go, Tideo, Tideo, jingle at the window, Tideo, 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 jingle at the window, Tideo. Awesome. So, you stay standing. I'm just going to change the slide so we can see and look at what our notes are going to be. So before we did this, we only had 5 notes. And now we technically have 6 because we're thinking about low do on our knees and high do in the air. Let's show our scale now on our body. Start on your knees. Do, re, mi, skip to sol, la, skip to high do. Let's try it again. Start on your knees. Ready, go. Do, re, mi, sol, la, do. Try coming back down. Do, la, sol, mi, re, do. So now that we remember which of our body motions are those notes, let's see if we can decode the melody. It starts on your hips. Tideo. How does that part go? So they're on our hips, that's do, re, mi. So it starts on mi, so. Oh, right. From our hips to our shoulders is from mi to sol. Tideo. And then our new note, which is high do. Mi, so, do. When we sing that, Tideo, Tideo, we repeat it. So we do it twice. Mi, so, do, mi, so, do. Let me drag the melody to those shapes. So we've got mi, so, high do, mi, so, do. So that was the start. Mi, so, do, mi, so, do. What happens next? Jingle at the window, so on our shoulders that note is sol. How many sols do we have there? Jingle at the window. Ooh, we end with la, so that's our heads. Jingle at the window. Jingle at the window. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness. So 5 sols. Jingle at the window. And then a la on our head. Let's add that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a la. Jingle at the window. And then, what's the last part? Tideo. Ooh, so we go low. Tide starts in our hips. That note is mi. Tidey. Going lower, that note must be re. And then do. Oh, tideo is mi, re, do. Let's add that. Well, that wasn't so hard. Let's see if we can sing our song using our body motions and our solfege. So, mi, so, do. We're only going to sing the second half, what we worked on, and we're going to sing it twice through because it repeats in the song. Ready, go. Mi, so, do. Mi, so, do. So, 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 do. Mi, re, do. Again. Mi, so, do. Mi, so, do. So, 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 do. Mi, re, do. How'd you do? Let's do it one more time. Same thing. Ready? Start on your hips. Ready, go. Mi, so, do. Mi, so, do. So, 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 do. Mi, re, do. Mi, so, do. Mi, so, do. So, 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 do. Mi, re, do. Awesome job. Won't you please sit down now? Wow, so we accomplished both of our goals today. We found our new note high do, and we showed the melodic contour of Tideo on our bodies. Awesome job. Let's think about our wrap up. As with every week, you have an exit ticket and a Flipgrid video. Let me show you what those are this week. So I'm going to make that go away and let me find and navigate to your assignment page. So this is what your assignment page will look like. Notice it has my message to you. You've already done number 1, which is to watch the lesson video. Number 2 is your exit ticket. Complete your exit ticket by clicking on the link to Tideo Melodic Decoding Exit Ticket. You can find it under where it says Your Work and clicking on where it says your name. Notice I have a student view right now that I'm on a computer, and up here it says your work, and I can see where it is. If you are on a tablet or iPhone or a phone using the Google Classroom app, you'll have to look at the bottom of your page to find it. Click on the little V, upside down V, to open this bottom part, and then you will see it. When you click on it, it will bring you to a page that looks like this. Let's read the instructions. There are instructions in English and Spanish. Write out the melody of Tideo using solfege. So the same way we just did it together, I want you to copy what we did and write it out. So you should have no trouble doing this because it's going to be the same as what we did together. If you're on a laptop and it opens in Google Slides right away, you can just drag these rhythms and it will work fine. Oh, but that's not where that note is. Remember, it starts mi, so, do, just like I'm doing now. If you are on a phone or a tablet, it will not immediately open in Google Slides. The easiest thing to do is to click the little button that looks like a pencil and then use your finger to write in the circles. You can write the notes. If you have Google Slides downloaded onto your tablet, and some of you might have that, you can click on the button that looks like a little square with an arrow, and it will take you to Google Slides, and you can also drag them. If you do edit, make sure you click Save when you're done. So no matter if you're dragging or you're writing in the circles, you will be able to complete this exit ticket. Once you've done your exit ticket, then you have your Flipgrid video. We're going to log into Flipgrid by clicking on the link here, and it will take us there. Remember, you can also go to flipgrid.com and use the code PS91 third. That will also take you there. I'm going to quickly log in using the email that will let me see it. But remember, you are going to use your DOE email, which is your NYC student's email to log in. And when you log in, you're going to type in your NYC student's email, then it will take you a login page. If you already see it there, then you just click on your name and it will log you in. Here is our assignment and the instructions. This week, record a video where you show the melodic contour of Tideo on your body. So just like we did together, I want you to show me with your body. This is probably even more important than your exit ticket because it shows me that you know how to put those notes in our body like I was showing you. If you need a reminder, you can click on my face and I will show you again how it goes. Remember, you start your video by clicking here. If it asks you to allow, you click allow, and you can see my face. And you record by starting to click this button. Then you would click next. You can review, you can click next, you can add a selfie, next. And then this is the page where you submit your video. I'm not going to submit my video right now though. Once you have done your exit ticket, which is this part, and your Flipgrid video, this part, then you should click turn in so I know you completed the assignment. It's important you do both the exit ticket and the Flipgrid video. I cannot give you full credit if you do not do both. Awesome. Let's head back to our page so we can finish our lesson. Great job today. I'm so proud of you. I had a lot of fun things, a lot of things going on this lesson, and you did a great job. Let's sing our goodbye song. Ready? 1, 2, ready, sing. Now it's time to go. We've been singing and playing all the day until now it's time to go. Goodbye. See you next time.